You got more, 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 you got more.
So today is my first day back at the barn since my trip, and I haven't seen Merlin in about 2 weeks. We'll see what his reaction is. Merlin? Hello. Hi, babe. Hi. Hi. What's up? Oh my goodness. Hello. You wanna come in with Mom? Come on.
So cute. Oh my god. I could cry. Wow, that's the first squeal I've ever heard from either of them.
Oh my god. You're okay. Good boy. What a brave man. Good boy. Good. Yes. Yes. Very good. Good boy. Good. Don't get too close. That's sharp. No, it's not scary, is it? That's a good boy. Can we move on now? Very good. Very good. So I have absolutely no idea what video I'm going to put this into, but today is Merlin's first time being ridden. Well, technically second time because he wandered in here all by himself last night, but I'm actually going to do a ride in the indoor today. So I'm letting him loose first just to see if he does anything. So even though he was just loose, if he does anything, it'll be in this first go around, but he's used to jumps being in the corners. So, oh, there's a gate there. That's cool. Cavalier's standard poles. There's actually more poles in here than there is outside. Yeah, good boy. Good man. This is like, it's exactly what I loved about the other farm, like the other arena, was how bright it was. Like I can ride and don't have to put the lights on as long as it's light outside, even if it's gray. I am feeling how much closer these walls are because the arena at the other barn had half walls. He worked, well, he didn't work hard last night, but he worked really well last night. He's done a lot of new stuff in the last few days, so I'm going to do a little bit of a warm-up, and then I might just put my phone on the door and try to capture some riding footage. I don't have my Pivo here, which is a bit of a shame. Oh my goodness, so I just did more there than I was expecting. He was being so good, like such a lovely canner that I've decided that I want to start teaching him lead changes. And I tried asking just a couple of times and he was not understanding. So I started just cantering across the diagonal and asking him for a very quick simple change. And he was getting it towards the end. So I'm gonna keep doing that until he gets it. And then I might introduce some pulls. I don't want to confuse him. I've taught changes before, but it's been ages. It's August 17th. Hopefully we'll have our first clean change, like ideally by the end of September. So now we are just walking around outside to cool out on a freshly harrowed track. Look how beautiful this looks. You can see how, like, the first time I showed it, there was a lot of weeds growing on either side, and this really shows how wide it really is. It's quite wet today, and there's some rocks because it was harrowed, so I'm gonna wait till it's a bit drier to do another fitness ride, but oh, it's just gorgeous. And soon enough, I'll be able to start going on the trail again. There, we had a moment, and now we're much more relaxed. It wasn't a super huge moment, to be honest. We just needed to breathe, didn't we? And by we, I mean him. Yeah, good man. And I just went and watched some of the video that I took, 11 minutes of beautiful canter work, and it's blurry. Oh, I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Pivo next time. Kivo. Hello folks, welcome back to another video. I hope that you're doing really well. It feels like an age since I have filmed any horsey related video because I got back from Scotland just under a week ago and I'm like at this point 5 videos behind on editing, so God help me. But anyways, I'm back riding again. I decided that today would be the perfect time to film a video that I've been wanting to make for a while, but just haven't had the right moment to do so. So I'm going out to the barn right now, and I am not going to be riding Merlin, but I am going to be rasping his feet, and we're actually also going to be trying Mickey's Equilibrium massage pad for the first time. I feel like I say this about so many videos, but I thought that it would be interesting. Basically, I want to make a video about how I'm starting the process, or have been for about 6 months now, 6-7 months now, starting the process of learning how to trim Merlin's feet. And to be honest, it's kind of a budget thing. Like, Merlin has really good feet, and if eventually I can cut out the $75 a month that I spend on barrier, like, that would be great, but that's not why I want to do it. Hooves have always interested me, and especially in the last like year or two, they've been kind of like a special interest, I guess you could say. I started doing some reading. This is getting really bouncy, so I will get more into it once I get to the farm. I don't really remember where I left off, but basically hoof care has become a bit of a hyper-focus interest of mine in the last year and a half. It started off when I started listening to the Humble Hoof podcast and really getting passionate about like barefoot care and trying to avoid having to put shoes on as much as possible. And then I just started having conversations with Merlin's old trimmer, who's incredible, gaining some knowledge through her. I tried to be there for as many of his farrier appointments as I could be and gaining knowledge that way about how she trimmed just by observing. And then earlier this year, I started to try to figure out different ways to cut some costs. And I thought eventually one way, especially if I want to eventually take on some project horses and have multiple horses at a time, would be to save money by doing feet on my own with consultation from a trimmer. So I bought and started reading the Essential Hoof book, which is an incredible resource for horse owners, even if you're not looking into learning to trim yourself. And then in March, I started doing maintenance trims in between his trims. He's trimmed on a 4-week schedule. So every 2 weeks, he's having something done with his feet. You know, on one Monday, he's having his feet done by his trimmer. 2 Mondays later, he's being rasped by me. So I'm not doing any like actual trimming, if that makes sense. I'm doing maintenance rasping, and I have a hoof knife as well, just in case there's ever like a piece of frog that I need to take off or anything like that. And it's been going really well. So I've done it 7 or 8 times now, and I'm really enjoying it. So that's what today is. He's actually a little bit over 2 weeks because he would have been due when I got back from Scotland, but I was just too tired. So today is Sunday, and his next farrier appointment is a week from tomorrow. So we're a little over the 2 weeks, but that's okay. Hi. Okay, let's get you eating and in before it gets too rainy. Something else I will mention before I do any other close-ups of his feet is that you will notice some event lines from when we changed up his nutrition a few months ago and I switched to the Mad Barnum 80. So hopefully another few months and his feet will be much more cohesive looking. I'm sorry, Bubba. Mickey, do you want your fancy new thingy to be in the video? Oh. So Natalie is now a sponsored rider, brand ambassador.
Hold.
Natalie is now working with, Natalie's now working with Gold Ride. Is it like red light therapy, right? Yeah. So Mickey has this super, this super funky red light pad that Merlin is going to get to use eventually. He's like, what? What? You looking at me? So we're having like a body work and
Feet trim day.
feet trim day. So Merlin is going to try this. Oh, so underneath is, it's not like it's going to get.
No, exactly.
The underneath is like,
Yeah. Cool. Every time I go to use it, I'm like, last time I had a freak out. We'll see if you notice, but
last time you had a freak out.
yeah, because I was like, oh my god, did I really bring it here and it's not charged?
This is going to be a really bad angle for you, Merlin. I'm really sorry. The 0.5 always makes them look so like
Weird. Yeah.
weird and skinny. Like he looks like he's got a baby neck.
Oh.
Good boy. Well, let's see if I can figure out how to work it for one. Ow, I just smacked myself in the face.
Beautiful. 20 minutes of soaking. It looks bigger today.
You always say that. Is this the battery?
Yeah. So last time I forgot that you had to plug that thing in.
You mean plug it in?
Or no, that's not the battery. That's the battery.
This is the battery.
So I leave it in there so that you can just like...
Oh, you have to like plug this in.
Yeah. So last time I forgot, so I pressed start and I was like, wait a second, I didn't charge this.
Maybe I should do low.
The low says it's for like recovery. The medium is like before a workout.
Are you seriously drooling?
Oh, Merlin.
Can I borrow this bucket?
Yeah, it's our liquids bucket now. You know what's kind of cute? Both our horses have inched forward as far as they can be on their crossed eyes.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna get it. You're so lucky I love you. There's nothing in that. It's to catch your freaking drool. I don't know if he's too sure. So I've got it on the medium setting. And he's, well, he doesn't seem bothered. Hey? He's not 100% sure, but it's meant to feel good, dude. Just be aware that you will very likely be in use.
I won't pick my nose.
So I need to remember what he told me last time to make sure to do both sides evenly.
Fly spray really stinks.
Yeah, I know.
What a fun idea it was getting horses.
What a fun idea it was to start trimming their feet. Oh my god, I'm dying. I wore the wrong shirt. So something that my trimmer said last time is that I don't do enough on the left side of the foot because it's harder for me at like, as I'm right-handed, doing the left side is harder. So I was making sure to really do the full left side of his foot. I think it's better. This is what his rasping looks like. So I need to do a little bit more of a bevel on this side, which shocker is the left side. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with it. But you can see here the vent lines from where we changed his nutrition. So eventually this will look much nicer.
It looks like a mess.
But when we leave, it's very spotless.
Clean, but like, look at the method. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Come here. Leave it. I fixed the front of the foot, and now you can see it's much. That's not helpful, dude. It's much more even. Like the bevel here is much more even. So now we're gonna move on to the next one.
Good boy.
Let me look at your foot. Okay, we need a little bit more from the left. Shocker. Yes.
Okay, take a break.
Good boy. Yeah. Much better. This is hilarious. Look at how sweaty I am. Should not be this sweaty after trimming my horse's feet. And yes, this is the towel that I used to dry him off. Just horse girl things. The trim is done, and oh Jesus Christ, he's got the minor clover slobbers again. So I'm trying to catch it in a bucket so that it doesn't get all over the floor. Needless to say, I've only been half successful. I'm pretty happy with how the trim turned out. It's still not very neat at all, but it's functional and it does the job. And I made sure to pay attention to make it like doing more on the left side so that his feet aren't unbalanced. We'll see next Monday what his trimmer thinks. As you can hear, it's raining, and ideally I would have done this on a day where his feet were completely dry and where he hadn't been in the mud and in the rain because his feet are soft, but it's been rainy the last few days and it's gonna rain tomorrow, and I don't want to do a maintenance trim only 3 or 4 days before his farrier comes. So I figured 8 days before is better than nothing. Basically what happens is I do a maintenance trim. The next trim, his farrier looks at what his feet looks like and says, okay, you know, his feet are slightly unbalanced. Next time, pay more attention to the left. So that's what was the kind of the instructions last time. And I feel like I did that. I paid a lot more attention, and I made sure that like the bevel was even in the front, and that I had tried to take as much from the left as I did from the right. I'm happy with how it turned out, especially considering he was being very wiggly. So this is the aftermath. As you can see, I didn't take that much, but it's just enough to maintain the same shape throughout his trim cycle. So now I get the distinct pleasures sweeping up the feet shavings, which is just a joy. And of course, as has been happening with me lately, I completely forgot to film an outro. So if you enjoyed this video, definitely hit the subscribe button, comment down below, and leave a like because it really does help me out. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are, and I will see you next time. Bye!